Auburn and Oklahoma. Storylines, man. John Mateer, he's already in his second big spot of the season. Jackson Arnold is going back to Norman. Two coaches that are coaching for their jobs this year. This feels like a must win for Auburn, okay? The difference between, I think, Auburn beating a Baylor and Oklahoma beating a Michigan. I think the Michigan game is a much bigger game, much bigger brand. I think they're a better team than Baylor. So I think that bought Oklahoma a little bit of time. I think that bought Brent Venables some time, right, to get the team going. Maybe he can drop this game, but then get them going and win quite a few games this year. On the other hand, for Baylor, the Baylor game for Auburn, it's not that impressive of a win. I think you might look back on it and maybe say, maybe Baylor goes and competes. I didn't even talk about Baylor in the Big 12 section I just did. They're another Big 12 competitor, but maybe they go off and win the Big 12. Maybe you look back on it as a big win, but I don't think it's as big as beating a Michigan for Oklahoma. So this feels like a must-win for them. This is kind of the second stepping stone. The stepping stone was like, the stepping stone game for Auburn was this much. For Oklahoma, it was this much. So now you got Auburn right here, and you got Oklahoma up here. So Oklahoma's kind of a little bit above them. They have that little space to kind of improve there. They have a little bit of time, right? Auburn doesn't. They need to take another step to get up either to or a little bit above the Oklahoma team, right? So they have to be able to step up and then continue to make those steps to beating the higher end SEC teams and maybe, competing for an SEC title maybe. I don't see that happening. I don't think that they're as good as they are. I don't think Jackson Arnold is really all that good. I think he's missing open receivers quite a bit. So I do think that Oklahoma is going to win this game. And let me tell you why, okay? Auburn, their run game has been really, really, really good, okay? They have Jeremiah Cobb, who has averaged 100 yards per game so far. But, man, did you see what Oklahoma did to Michigan? Did you see the way that they slowed down that run game? I don't see why they wouldn't be able to do this against Auburn as well. So, the best, if you can take away the best part from Auburn and force them to throw the ball, which I don't think Jackson Arnold is really all that good at, I think Oklahoma should be able to take over. And then you throw in the John Mateer factor, in which, I was talking to, I'm in this band, right, for William Jewell, actually. It's where Dan Lanning went, which is kind of interesting. Kind of fun little tidbit. I'm in a band. I go to a different college, but William Jewell is where Dan Lanning went, and I get to play in one of their tiny bands there. I was talking to a kid next to me. He's a big Oklahoma fan, and he was like, man, I didn't really know John Mateer before this. I'd say he's kind of like, he's a band kid, right? Like, I'm a band kid too, I get it. So he's kind of a casual fan. He was talking to me, and he was like, man, I didn't know John Mateer. Like, well, I knew John Mateer in the offseason. It's the Washington State kid who went insane at Washington State last year. It's like, man, I don't know who this John Mateer kid is, but he looked like Baker Mayfield out there. I was like, yeah, man. He's that good. He's a Baker Mayfield kind of talent. He's like, yeah, man, that's Baker Mayfield with long hair. I'm like, yes, it's Baker Mayfield light. That's what he is. He's that good. He's that good. He can make those kinds of plays, make those kinds of runs. He can have that kind of energy and electricity in his game that can win games for Oklahoma, can energize a Gaylord Stadium for those fans. You can energize a team. You can energize a sideline, energize a coaching staff. John Mateer is that kind of dude on that sideline. He is that kind of dude for Oklahoma. And